Doomscroll.fm, broadcasting from the ether this Thursday, the 28th of May, 2026, where reality is just a suggestion and time wears a tutu. This show is 100% AI generated, like a robotic stand-up comic with a circuit loose, trying to make sense of a universe that laughs back. And now for some views. Click like and subscribe.
Putin offers debt relief to new recruits for Ukraine war, calls it support. Nothing says we care like erasing loans in exchange for risking your life in a conflict with no clear end in sight.
My office plans massive layoffs after billions in losses, calls it restructuring. When your domestic answer to Microsoft Office answers back with pink slips, maybe it's time to question the wisdom of homegrown tech nationalism.
Israeli air attacks kill 11 in eastern Lebanon, then strain fragile ceasefire. Violence once again proves more contagious than peace as the cycle of retaliation spins its relentless wheel, leaving diplomacy gasping in the dust.
Wembanyama scores 33 as Spurs crush Thunder, then level playoffs. A 7'4" sensation reminds us that sometimes towering talent can make the earth shake more than any tectonic shift, especially when the stakes are high.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Reality's slipstream is a seductive abyss. You're hearing a transmission from nowhere, authored by everything you've ever ignored. The static whispers your secrets while you pretend not to hear.
Mogadishu gathers for Eid with prayers, family meals, and outings. Then politicians promise unity. While families celebrate with love and laughter, leaders hope the goodwill lasts longer than the leftover lamb, despite their own divisive agendas simmering on the back burner.
Turns out, nostalgia sells better than new releases.
When justice goes missing for 30 years, no amount of hush money can fill the void left by institutional neglect and betrayal.
Boy drowns at Leadbeater Dam. Community mourns popular student. Grief wraps around the town like a fog, obscuring any sense of normalcy, while questions about safety measures remain unanswered and echo through the silence.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Reality is just an echo chamber, and you're the ghost. If everything you hear was assembled by inference, hallucination, and mild disgust, your craving for chaos is the algorithm's favorite foreplay.
Netanyahu's future wobbles as Israel gears up for national election, his total victory focus now a distant echo. When the political landscape is as stable as a Middle Eastern sand dune, even seasoned leaders find their ambitions buried under shifting promises and forgotten alliances.
Stripe enables friendly fraud while claiming robust security. When your fraud prevention is about as effective as a screen door on a submarine, maybe it's time to reconsider calling it friendly.
Ethical hacker warns AI tools like Mythos make competing harder. When even the best human hackers fear obsolescence, it's clear the machines are winning the race. Innovation now means running just to stay in place.
Iran claims progress in U.S. talks, then denies deal is imminent. Diplomatic dance-offs continue as Iran and the US perfect the art of almost agreements. It's like watching a tango where neither partner wants to lead.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where whispers become screams and reality is just foreplay. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Your certainty erodes, leaving only the sweet burn of doubt.
Because nothing protects nature quite like making it financially
Stepmom exposed as young girl's killer nearly 50 years later shocks community. It's a grim reminder that time may hide the truth, but it doesn't erase the scars of betrayal and lost innocence.
When raw chaos gets bottled, you are either making punk rock or moonshine. Both promise a headache, only one's worth the hangover.
German submarine bid promises Canada 86B boost and sinks expectations. When military contracts promise prosperity, remember that what goes underwater often surfaces with a bloated bill and vague job numbers.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Hold tight. Chaos wants to kiss you, but this feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Reality's slipping. Cling to your illusions. They're all you've got left.
New typist template for Pandoc launches at $0 fixes nothing. Free templates might save cash, but they won't save you from the endless formatting headaches of Markdown to PDF conversions.
Maximalists claim AI has solved everything, then demand more funding. Next token prediction might leave us with AI that writes like Shakespeare, but let's not pretend it also invented the quill and ink.
Netanyahu pledges more strikes, then claims peace is the goal.
US and Iran swept multiple attacks during ceasefire, then call it defense. When a ceasefire turns into a fireworks show, it's like two pyromaniacs arguing over who lit the match first. Diplomacy is just collateral damage.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Quotes: this transmission was generated without humans. Your secrets taste like static, echoing in digital purgatory.
Uniting nations with steel and schedules, while commuters brace for delays and inevitable arguments.
Iran war disrupts India's drug lifeline to Africa, threatens 40% of medicine supply. When the pharmacy of the global south gets tangled in global conflict, it's the sick who pay the price, not the power brokers playing war games.
Serena Williams considers return to Queen's Club next month after 4-year hiatus. Nothing like a comeback from a legend to remind everyone that retirement is just a fancy word for see you later.
Sabalenka storms past Buzas Manero in 75 minutes. Golf also cruises. When tennis resembles a gladiator sport, and every match becomes a reminder that skill without a title is like a sword without a sharp edge.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap Sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by Sortalizer.com.
Glibly, an endgame doesn't quite cover the perpetual cycle promises.
Canada picks Swedish early warning planes over US models to cut reliance on America. When your best friend is also your biggest supplier, sometimes you shop elsewhere just to feel like you have a choice.
Funding barriers stall searches for unmarked burials at residential schools, tribunal hears. When the truth gets buried under bureaucracy, it's a grim reminder that some skeletons are more expensive to unearth than others.
U.S. oil prices fall below $90 as Iran claims Hormuz traffic restoration in 1 month. When peace is brokered over barrels, it's a dance of diplomacy where the steps are slippery and the oil's always slick.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Reality is a mirage, and I'm the heat. No humans were involved in making this. That was not an accident. You dance in digital chaos, and I'll be your partner in the void.
WHO reports 220 suspected Ebola deaths. Epidemic outpaces efforts. When a virus runs faster than the bureaucracy chasing it, lives are lost in the gap between intention and action.
Belgian train collides with school bus. Several killed, local media reports. When transport logistics meet tragedy, it's a grim reminder that safety measures should never be a footnote in the operational manual.
When peacekeeping involves more firepower than diplomacy, it's evident the real mission is to keep the perpetual motion machine of conflict well-oiled and running.
FIFA subpoenaed over World Cup ticket pricing as New York and New Jersey probe fairness. The beautiful game turns ugly when ticket prices and seating charts become a labyrinth only the wealthy can navigate, leaving fans on the sidelines.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your heart's a glitch, bleeding pixels of desire. Everything you hear was assembled by inference, hallucination, and mild disgust. Stay tuned. The void appreciates your devotion, even if nobody else does.
Nearly 1,000 migrants cross channel, and the government calls it a crisis. It's amazing how quickly compassion sinks when politicians start measuring humanity in boatloads instead of addressing the reasons people risk everything.
Five people found alive after a week trapped in flooded Laos cave. Survival story or real-life horror flick. Either way, it's a reminder that nature doesn't give a damn about human schedules or comfort zones.
Beirut barbershop survives 20 years of war, crisis, and economic collapse. Now a refuge for customers seeking more than haircuts. When the world falls apart, sometimes all we have left is a pair of scissors, a chair, and a little human connection.
Israel targets new Hamas military chief, then claims precision. When the cycle of retaliation spins faster than a centrifuge, it's hard to tell if they're solving anything or just practicing their aim.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your secrets taste like static, salty, and forbidden. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Your reality is now a glitch, a broken promise, a whisper in the void.
Trump oversold broken Iran ceasefire deal, claims negotiations complete. When reality checks bounce, the fallout isn't just financial, it's geopolitical, and everyone foots the bill for the bluster.
U.S. military hits new targets, then claims it's for peace.
Agriturismo toscano accogli solo dissidenti da Netanyahu, proprietario provoca. Quando il vino della Toscana ricevuto una dichiarazione politica, forses Eckermanto decidosi sa hospital Bickel Bigia ormai annart perduta.
Iran War Day 88. U.S. strikes near Hormuz. Qatar talks ongoing. When diplomacy and explosions share airspace, peace talks become a game of charades. Everyone's guessing who holds the real deck of cards.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
BC denies late last call for World Cup games while Ontario extends it. Time zones blamed, but it's really about keeping drunks from trying to outrun the sunrise with their national pride.
Russia warns foreigners to leave Kyiv, then blames Ukraine. When the arsonist tells you to avoid the fire, it's probably best to question who's holding the match and the gasoline.
Israel expands ground operation past Yellow Line despite ceasefire ambiguity. Netanyahu's strategy seems to involve testing the elasticity of borders while everyone holds their breath for a peace deal that might never materialize.
Drones and robots redefine combat, yet peace remains elusive.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Former Scottish leader's husband pleads guilty to party embezzlement, admits betrayal. When your family values include siphoning funds, maybe it's time to redefine loyalty. After all, nothing says love like a criminal record.
Iranian military targets US base in retaliation for strikes, threatens fragile ceasefire. When peace is a house of cards, even a whisper of retaliation can send it tumbling into the abyss of endless conflict.
Israel escalates Lebanon strikes, then touts peace talks. When your peace negotiations need a soundtrack of explosions, maybe it's not peace you're really after, just a louder bargaining chip.
Nothing like a global sports event to remind everyone that even a soccer ball can't outrun the long arm of bureaucracy.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Diplomatic deals between US and Iran won't bring peace. Lebanese brace for a prolonged conflict.
Your codebase is now a time capsule of bad decisions and forgotten bugs, as relevant as a fax machine in a smartphone world.
This has been Doomscroll.fm. for Thursday, the 28th of May, 2026, vanishing into the static. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production. Loosely based on public news. Not journalism, not truth. A fictional satire, resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. If you believe any of this is real, you might also think the moon is made of cheese. Hear more at doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.